Train starting from a railway station and moving with uniform acceleration attains a speed of 40 km per hour in 10 minutes. Find its acceleration.
Okay, in question number 11, question number 11, they are asking for a train is there. Okay, starting from a railway station. Starting from a railway station means what? It before moving from that particular station, that was at rest. That was at rest. Okay, so initial velocity, we may say the initial velocity is equals to what? 0 meter per second. Yes, because starting from a railway station and it is moving with a uniform acceleration attains a speed of 40 km per hour in 10 minutes. Okay, so we are simply observing that particular train up to, yes, only up to, or only up to 10 minutes. Okay, now for 10 minutes, let us see. Okay, it attains a velocity. Yes, means what? That will be final velocity for us, and that is nothing but what? 40 kilometer per hour. And that all, yes, this all had happened in between, yes, only time 10 minutes. Okay, so in 10 minutes, no problem at all. So by this particular figure, we may have given, yes, so what is given? Given is initial velocity, that is equals to 0 meter per second. Yes, here it is kilometer per hour, here it is minute. Okay, so what we used to assume every time that we need to find out our answer in meter per second square if acceleration is there. Okay, so final velocity is v, that is equals to what? 40 kilometer per hour. Let us convert it into meter per second, so that will be nothing but what? 40 into 5 by 18 meter per second. Yes, so 29220. Okay, so don't convert them into decimal. 2 5s are 10, so that will become what? 100 upon 9 meter per second, that is equals to v. Yes, no need to worry. Then time is 10 minute. Okay, again we may convert it into seconds, so that will be 10 into 60 seconds, so that will be what? 600 second. Yes, that is time t. Okay, now given, now to find, what to find? Let us see. Yes, so they are asking for the acceleration. We needed to find out the acceleration. So once again, the same story, formula. That formula is nothing but what? First equation of motion, that is v is equals to what? U plus a into t. U plus a into t. Okay, so from here we may say a is equals to v minus u upon t. V minus u upon t. So what does it mean? It means that a is nothing but what? V. That v is nothing but what? Now our v is 100 by 9, so that is nothing but what? 100 upon 9 minus 0 divided by 600. This time our time is 600. Okay, so that 100, sorry, and that will be 600. So acceleration will become what? 100 into 9, 2020. So acceleration will be equals to what? 1 upon 6 into 9, and that will be nothing but what? Acceleration, that will be equals to what? 1 upon 54 meter per second square. Okay,
What is the nature of distance time graphs for uniform and non-uniform motion of an object?
Okay, question number 12. In question number 12, they are asking for the nature of distance time graph for a uniform and non-uniform motion of an object. Yes, so we know that uniform motion of an object, yes, the object might move in a straight line. Yes, so for a straight line, yes, distance time graph. Yes, okay, so this is our coordinate axis. Okay, now distance and time graph, as we know, always know that, or as I have already discussed, that every time we need to take time axis over x. Yes, and whatever other axis, that is what distance here, should be over y axis. Now uniform motion means what? Equal distance in equal interval of time. Yes, so that will be nothing but what? That is the 45 degree from the x-axis. Yes, okay, so why it is so, as we have already discussed, that is what? Equal interval of time. Yes, equal distance means the graph will be like this. Okay, now this is what? This is the uniform motion. This is a type of uniform motion. Yes, now second one, non-uniform motion. Now, so what to do for non-uniform motion? Non-uniform motion means what? This time in equal interval of time. Yes, in equal interval of time you are not supposed to get the equal distance covered. Yes, so it might be, yes, this time the graph might be like this. Yes, or might be like this. It depends over this. Okay, now in this particular graph we may see that for equal interval of time we are not getting the same distance covered. We are not getting the same distance covered. Yes, and in that one also, yes, in that one also we are not getting the same. Okay, so both the graphs, whether like this or like this, okay, we are going to have non-uniform motion. Okay, now, so this was question number 12.
What can you say about the motion of an object whose distance time graph is a straight line parallel to the time axis?
Question number 13. Question number 13, they are asking something. Okay, that is, if, yes, what will you say about the motion of an object whose distance time graph is a straight line parallel to the time axis? Suppose the graph is like this, that this is a particular object and they are asking for distance time graph. This is distance, this is time, which is parallel to the x-axis. Yes, that is time. Okay, now what we can say? Now listen carefully. Here we may take a different slots. Suppose 3 slots are there. Okay, all these 3, suppose this is T1, this is T2 and this is T3. For all these 3 we are having the same distance. Yes, okay, now so we may say that no change in position for any time. Yes, means what? Distance, every case, for time T1 the distance covered is s, for time T2 the distance covered is s, for time T3 the distance covered is s. Yes, okay, so we may say that object is staying at a particular position. Okay, so we may say that object is at rest. Object is at rest. Okay, so this is question number 13. Okay, hope so you got it.
What can you say about the motion of an object if its speed time graph is a straight line parallel to the time axis?
Now question number 14, what they are saying, again they are asking something. very special. What can you say about the motion of an object if the speed time graph is a straight line? Okay, in previous question they had given the distance time graph, and this time they have given the speed time graph. Okay, now the speed time graph, no problem at all. This is speed, this is time. Okay, now the graph is a straight line. Yes, now speed time graph is a straight line. Again we are going to analyze this question in the similar manner as we have done in a previous one. Okay, again we are taking three different one, that is t1, t2 and t3. Yes, okay, now we may observe one thing again, that at t1 the velocity is v, at t2 the velocity is v, at t3 the velocity is v, and so on. We don't know up to what level we have to move. Okay, now for every change in time we are not getting, or we are getting a constant velocity. Yes, every time we are getting a constant velocity. Yes, now so we may say that the object is having constant velocity. Yes, object is having constant velocity. Yes, okay, so this was question number 14.
What is the quantity which is measured by the area occupied below the velocity time graph?
Now let us move to question number 15. Question number 15, page number 107. Okay, they are asking what is the quantity which is measured by the area occupied below the velocity time graph. Okay, area occupied below the velocity time graph. So let us first draw, this is time and this is velocity. Okay, now suppose this is any graph. Okay, suppose this is the graph. Okay, now what is the area? Yes, area under the VT graph. Area under the VT graph. What is area under this VT graph? Yes, this is the area under this VT graph. Now, so as we know already, and we have already discussed about this, okay, area is nothing but what? It is the multiplication of y-axis and x-axis in any manner. Okay, now so area under the velocity time graph will give us what? Because here it is velocity, so this will give us a displacement. Okay, so area, we have already noted this statement, area under VT graph gives, area under VT graph gives what? Displacement. Area under the VT graph gives displacement of that object. Displacement of that object. Okay.
A bus starting from rest moves with a uniform acceleration of 0.1 meter per second square for 2 minutes. Find first part, the speed acquired. Second, the distance traveled.
Okay, now in question number 16, they are asking that a bus starting from rest. Very simple. Bus starting from rest means what? Initial velocity. Initial velocity is 0 meter per second. Yes, okay, and that bus was moving with a constant acceleration. Yes, the acceleration of that bus was 0.1 meter per second square. Okay, now for 2 minutes. Okay, yes, they are saying that with a uniform acceleration of 0.1 for 2 meter means time is 2 minutes, sorry, 2 minute. Okay, now they are asking two parts are there. First is speed acquired. Okay, now so let us begin with given. What is given? So given is initial velocity. Initial velocity, how much? 0 meter per second. Acceleration, that is 0.1 meter per second square. As this is second square, but they have given time is 2 minute. Yes, now 2 minute, so we may write it as 2 into 1 minute. Yes, if 2 into 1 minute, so it will become what? 2 into 60 second. 2 into 60 second means what? 120 second. Okay, so 120 second. Now what to find? Two parts are there. Okay, so in first part we need to find velocity. Yes, and in second part we need to find out the distance covered. Okay, so let us begin with formula. Now formula, which formula we should use? Okay, now for first one we may use the equation. Yes, equation of motion, that is what? V is equals to u plus at, first equation of motion. Yes, now in second part we need to find out what? Distance. And we have what? We have initial velocity, we have time, we have acceleration, so we may use second equation of motion, that is what? S is equals to ut plus half at square. Okay, let us see. Okay, solution. So solution, two parts are there. Let us begin with the first part. In first part, v is equals to u plus at. V is equals to u plus a into t. So u is how much? U is 0. Yes. A is how much? A is 0.1. And t is how much? T is 120 second. T is 120 second. So this become 0.1 into 120, that will be 12. So we get v will be equals to 12 meter per second. This is our first part. Now in second part, what they are asking in second part, let us see. Second part, they are asking for distance. So s is equals to, we know that ut plus half at square. Okay, u is how much? U is 0. T is how much? T is 120. So 0 into anything, that will be 0, plus half into a is 0.1 and time is 120 square. Yes. Okay, so let us see. So s is equals to 0 plus half into 0.1 into 120 into 120. Okay, suppose if I remove this decimal, so I will get a 10 below. Yes. Okay, now this 10 102 10. Okay, now this 2, so 2 ones are 2, 2 6 are 12. Okay, so this will be s is equals to 120 into 6, so that will be equals to what? 720 meter. 720 meter. So this is the answer. So we have found out s, we have found out v. So this was question number 16.
A train is traveling at a speed of 90 km per hour. Brakes are applied so as to produce a uniform acceleration of minus 0.5 meter per second square. Find how far the train will go before it is brought to rest.
Okay, now question number 17. In question number 17, they are asking that a train is there. Okay, now train okay, now train was traveling at a speed of 90 km per hour. Okay, it means what? Initial velocity is 90 km per hour. Now brakes are applied. What they are saying is brakes are applied, okay, and so as to produce a uniform acceleration of minus 0.5 meter per second square. See, listen, that is what minus 0.5 meter per second square. Yes, okay. Then find out the train will go before it brought to rest. Now it brought to rest means what? It had stopped. Yes, at this particular position, say at this particular position the train had zero speed. Train had zero speed means what? Here the velocity had become 0 meter or kilometer per hour. Okay, now what they are asking? They are asking for how far the train will go before it is brought to rest. Means we need to find out what? We need to find out the distance. We need to find out the distance traveled. Okay, after applying brake. Okay, so let us begin with this given. What is given? So the given portion is initial velocity is 90 kilometer per hour. 90 kilometer per hour. Okay, so because acceleration is in meter per second square, so we may convert this into meter per second. Okay, so that will be 5 by 18 meter per second. 5 by 18, 9 ones are 10 and 2 times. Okay, 2 ones are 2 5 times. Okay, so this will become what? 25 meter per second. 25 meter per second. Okay, so V is equals to how much? V is 0 meter per second square. Kilometer per hour or one of the same thing, meter per second. Okay, then acceleration is how much? Acceleration is minus, listen carefully, minus, they have already given minus, so minus 0.5 meter per second square. Okay, now to find, we need to find what? Acceleration. We need to find acceleration. Which formula we should use? So let us see. Now listen carefully how to select the formula. Okay, it might be possible that more than 2 formulas are applicable. Yes, and both might be valid. So first of all, that we need to go to given. In given we have V, we have U, we have V, we have A. Yes, now we are having one formula in which all these three, that is third equation of motion. In third equation of motion we have V square minus U square is equals to 2AS. Yes, now 2AS, we have V, we have U, we have A, and we need this S. Okay, so we may easily find it out. Okay, now so I may write it as 2AS is equals to V square minus U square. So from here I may write it down like this: S is equals to V square minus U square upon 2A. So this will be S is equals to V square how much? 0 minus U square means what? 25 square, and upon 2 into A is what? Minus 0.5. Okay, so S will be equals to how much? That will be minus 625. Okay, and divided by 2 5s are 10, so minus 1.0. So this minus plus. Finally we get S is equals to 625 meter. S is 625 meter. Okay, so just after applying brake, yes, the train will still move up to 625 meter. This was question number 17.
A trolley, while going down an inclined plane, has an acceleration of 2 cm per second square. What will be its velocity 3 seconds after the start?
Okay, in question number 18, they are saying a trolley while going down an inclined plane. Okay, suppose this is an inclined plane, okay, over which a trolley was moving down. Okay, say this is the trolley. Okay, so this trolley was moving down. Okay, now they have said that going down the inclined plane has an acceleration of 2 centimeter per second square. Now listen, acceleration is 2 centimeter per second square. Okay, what will be its velocity 3 seconds after the start? Now see, 3 seconds after the start means when it had started. Yes, so initial velocity was 0. Yes, so we may write it down. Okay, initial velocity was 0 meter per second. Yes, why it is so? Because they are asking that what will be its velocity of 3 seconds after start. After start means what? It had started after 3 seconds. Okay, so time is 3 seconds. Time is 3 seconds. Acceleration they have given 2 centimeter per second square. Now see, centimeter and we need meter, so we know that because 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter, or 100 centimeter is equals to 1 meter, or 1 centimeter is equals to 1 upon 100 meter. Okay, yes, so I may write it as 2 into 1 centimeter upon second square. 1 centimeter at the place of 1 centimeter I may write as 1 by 100, so this will become 2 into 1 upon 100 centimeter per second square. Yes, so this will become 0.02 meter per second square. This is acceleration. This is acceleration. And what to find out? Yes, we need to find out is v. Okay, now for that we have formula too. Yes, so that formula will be, we know v is equals to u plus a into t. Yes, v is equals to u plus a into t. So b is equals to u is 0, a is 0.02 and t is 3 seconds. Yes, so from here we may say v will be equals to how much? 0.06 meter per second. 0.06 meter per second. Yes, so the speed will be 0.06 meter per second after 3 seconds. After 3 seconds.
A racing car has a uniform acceleration of 4 meter per second square. What distance will it cover in 10 seconds after the start?
Okay, now question number 19. Okay, a racing car. A racing car, as they have said, a racing car has a uniform acceleration of 4 meter per second square. Okay, acceleration is 4 meter per second square, no problem. Yes, what distance will it cover 10 seconds after the start? Yes, again see, 10 seconds after the start, what does it mean? Initial velocity was 0 meter per second. Yes, and 10 second after the start means time is equals to what? Here time is 10 second. Okay, so 10 second after the start. Yes, what will be or how much distance will it cover as they are asking. Yes, now let us see. Given, what is given? Given is initial velocity is equals to what? 0 meter per second. Time acceleration is what? 4 meter per second square. Time is what? 10 second. Now we don't know about final velocity. Yes, they did not give anything, so no problem at all. To find what? To find, yes, now we need to find what? The distance. How much distance will it cover? Yes, in 10 seconds. So formula, now listen, formula here we should be somewhat, yes, choosy, because here we don't have velocity. Yes, but we need distance, so only one, that is second equation of motion, that is s is equals to ut plus half at square. Okay, now let us begin with solution. Okay, so solution, s is equals to u is what? 0 into time is what? 10 seconds, so this is all, plus half into a is how much? 4, t is how much? 10, so 10 square is, okay, 10 square, so s becomes half into 4 into 10 square, 100. Yes, 2 2s are 4. Yes, so s will be equals to what? 200 meter. S will be equals to what? 200 meter. This was question number 19.
A stone is thrown in a vertically upward direction with a velocity of 5 meter per second. If the acceleration of the stone during its motion is 10 meter per second square in the downward direction, then what will be the height attained by the stone and what time will it take to reach there?
Now in question number 20, it is quite good question. In this question they are asking, a stone is thrown in a vertically upward direction. Okay, suppose from here a stone was there, okay, which had thrown vertically upward. Okay, now with a velocity of vertical upward with a velocity of 5 meter per second. So initially, yes, so u is what? 5 meter per second. 5 meter per second. If the acceleration of the stone during its motion is 10 meter per second in a downward direction. Yes, now in downward direction, acceleration is there in downward direction, that is what? Acceleration is equals to 10 meter per second square. Okay, now they are asking, then what will be the height attained by the stone? Now height attained by the stone, it means what? It had stopped somewhat somewhere. Yes, means finally its velocity had become 0. Yes, only in that case we may ask for the height traveled. Yes, okay, so height traveled is this h, how much height they have traveled and what time will it take to reach there, and also we need to find out the time. Okay, so very simple. Now given is, first u is equals to how much? U is 5 meter per second. Then v is equals to how much? V is 0 meter per second. Then acceleration is equals to how much? Acceleration is 10. Now listen carefully. Object was moving in upward direction but acceleration was in downward direction, so that's why the acceleration will be what? Negative. Again listen, object was moving in upward direction but the acceleration was in downward direction, so acceleration will be minus 10 meter per second square. Okay, now nothing more information. Now to find, what to find? So we will find it, we will find that h which is equivalent to s according to us. Okay, and time, no problem. Okay, so we are having u, we are having v, we need to find out what time t. Okay, so for time t, before that let us find out s. So with these three we have one formula. That formula is third equation of motion. Yes. Okay, so for s that will be what? First one, that is v square minus u square is equals to what? 2as. Yes, so v square s, so from here I may write as 2as is equals to v square minus u square. Yes, so from here we may write s will be equals to v square minus u square upon 2a. So from here s will be equals to v square how much? 0 minus u square how much? 25, sorry 5 square upon 2 into minus 10. So s will be equals to how much? Minus times 5 square, 25 upon 2 into minus 10, that is what? Minus 20. So minus minus plus 5, 5, 5, 4. So s will be equals to 5 by 4 meter. S will be equals to 5 by 4 meter. That will be nothing but what? 4 ones are 4.25 meter. Okay, so this is the distance. Okay, now second one, time. Okay, so how to find time? This is the second one. Okay, we have v is equals to u plus a into t. Very simple. From here, if I need time, then I may take this v to that side. So this will be what? V minus u is equals to a into t, or a into t is equals to v minus u, or t will be equals to what? V minus u upon a. Yes, so t will be equals to how much? V is how much? 0, u is how much? 5, a is how much? Minus 10. Okay, so from here we may say t will be equals to minus 5 upon minus 10. Minus minus plus 5 in the 5, 5 to the 10. So t will be equals to 1 by 2 second. That will be 0.5 second. Okay, so time will be 0.5 second. So in this way we complete all blue ink questions.